She pushed the last box of chicken into the freezer. But at that moment, the packaging suddenly burst open. The sound of the frozen meat hitting the floor perfectly masked the sound of the door locking. The girl had no idea she had been locked inside the freezer. It wasn't until the manager turned off the lights and left for the day that she realized something was terribly wrong. She immediately rushed to the freezer door and pounded on it desperately for help. But the manager was in a hurry to leave work and never heard her cries for help. Even worse, she searched all her pockets, only to realize she had left her phone outside. The freezing air, well below zero, kept blasting against her body. Her fingers quickly became numb and stiff. After the panic faded, the girl forced herself to stay calm. She wheeled over a flat cart and rammed it into the door again and again. But the heavy door didn't budge at all. After exhausting herself, she realized in horror, her hands were already showing signs of frostbite. If she didn't find a way out soon, she would die in there. Just when she was about to give up, she suddenly found a movie ticket in her pocket. She quickly checked her watch. The last movie at the mall theater was just about to end. This was her best chance of being heard that night. She grabbed a tray and started banging on the door frantically. Meanwhile, people were leaving the theater outside. They laughed and chatted about the movie. Their noisy conversations completely drowned out her cries for help. By the time the crowd had passed, no one had heard her calling for help. Meanwhile, her father waited and waited for her to come home and began calling her. But her phone wasn't with her at all. He contacted the store manager and her coworkers. They all told him she had already clocked out. Growing suspicious, her father rushed to the mall, only to find the store already closed, and his daughter had seemingly vanished inside the freezer. The girl had no idea her father was just outside the store. She was so cold that her nose had started bleeding. Even her watch had frozen over. She had no idea what time it was anymore, but she knew if she kept waiting, her body would soon fall into hypothermia. She found some tape and wrapped it around her hands and feet, trying to hold on to as much body heat as possible. But it did nothing against the freezing air from the fan. Looking at the humming cooling fan above her, she climbed a ladder and tried to block the vent with cardboard boxes. But the boxes were blown away instantly. To stay alive, she tried again against the freezing wind, only to miss a step and fall. The nearby storage rack collapsed with her and slammed down onto her ankle. The intense pain nearly broke her. Her body was pinned beneath the heavy rack, as her life hung by a thread. Her father rushed to the police station to report her missing. But after asking a long list of questions, the police assumed she had run away with her boyfriend. With no other choice, her father contacted the boyfriend. Before he could even make the call, the boyfriend, who had also realized she was missing, arrived. Only then did everyone realize they had never been together that night. But the police's wrong assumption had already wasted the most valuable time. Inside the freezer, the girl's ankle had swollen badly out of shape. Having studied basic nursing, she knew that if the joint stayed dislocated for too long, she would soon lose the ability to move.